Good afternoon. Welcome back. It is Friday, September 8th, 2023. We have a couple of events and a couple of birthdays to talk about real quick here. Really not a whole lot of events that occurred on this day. And ironically, the two that I have written down both occurred on the same day. Both were 1985 on this date. First one, we'll talk about the kart race, IndyCar Series at San Air Super Speedway up in Canada. Johnny Rutherford won the race. It's kind of a crash-filled race. I remember watching it as a kid. Jacques Villeneuve won, and Bobby Rahal were racing side by side in a late race duel. They both got together, spun, crashed, and the thought was the race was going to end under caution. A lot of debris was strewn across the track, and Johnny Rutherford had assumed the lead and Pancho Carter was running second. Well, when the field come down, they'd been running under yellow flag for many laps. Well, all of a sudden, they get the yellow and the white flag, so everybody thinks, okay, race is over. And as they come off the last corner, the pace car darts off the track, and Pancho Carter passes JR to beat him to the finish line. And it was really an awkward finish. I suggest you go back and watch it because the race is on YouTube. And the announcers were confused, the competitors were confused, the officials were confused. Finally, they give the race back to JR because I guess the rule, something stipulated that, the drivers had to be aware that the green flag was coming out. The pace car still had its lights on, apparently, when it came in the pits. So it was a very confusing day. The other event that I'd marked down on the state in 1985 as well, Richmond Fairgrounds Raceway, Darrell Waltrip won his second race of the year, and this was his final championship season, and it was the only top five that Richard Petty would have all season. And based from the MRN telecast that I've listened to several times, it was a horrendously hot day. So we do have a few birthdays here to celebrate. Born on this date in 1956, former IndyCar star, former F1 driver, Stefan Johansson. This is the only card that I could find him. I thought I had a few more, but there you see he had started way back in the 27th position for this running of the Indy 500. He did have a brief run with the Ferrari team in the late 80s in F1, but didn't have much success there. Next birthday, born on this date in 1937, apparently still alive, independent driver Frank Warren. Of course, this is out of that Masters of Racing set, so there you see. Frank's best finish was 5th on a couple of occasions. And there's his famous number 79 that he would run for many years. So there's that. And then our final birthday, another legend of racing. Ran a little bit in NASCAR, ran some open-wheeled, ran here, ran there. Born on this date in 1915, passed away tragically from what I've read in a hotel fire in 1955. Mr. Buddy Shuman. Of course, there was a race at Hickory, a memorial race that would have his name. But there's his Cup Series stats, 1 win. Basically, what's that, 14, 15 top 10 finishes overall. A little bit about him. So, not a lot of birthdays today, not a lot of events today, and we know we get those. And I'm sure as the year winds down, get into October, November, December, the events are going to be fewer and further between. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Really do appreciate it. Come back and see us tomorrow. We'll have some kind of rip, I hope, and then our birthdays and events, because Fast Packs likes the weekends off. Thanks for watching.